All right, welcome back, everybody. Well, it's back to school pretty soon, and the possible COVID guidelines are changing by the minute.
Right, masks, no masks. Will there be remotes? It's all stressful on the little ones and also even the older ones. Dr. Laura Saunders from the Institute of Living is here now, so we can all take a breath. Welcome.
Hello, friends, and happy Wednesday. Guess what today is?
Today is the beginning of the rest of my life.
It's my birthday.
Hey, happy
birthday. You're a Leo.
I'm 29 again this year, and I'm spending it with all of you. Isn't that beautiful?
That's wonderful. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday. Well, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for sharing your wisdom on your birthday. You know, I got to say, as a mom, I'm just trying to be positive, but all the news that's coming out, and especially in our business where we're interviewing people and all these, could it go back and might there be cancellations? It's stressful right now.
It's very stressful. So the guidelines that I've been using are, let's just stay focused on the information that we have at the current time. We can't even plan for mid-September. We can't plan for October or November. We can't plan for any of that. We make decisions based on the information that we have at this time. But this is almost mid-August now. So we need to start preparing ourselves as parents and our children for the start of the school year, meaning we need to start adjusting sleep schedules. We need to start talking about or asking some open-ended questions to your kids about what their concerns might be or what their worries might be.
So what are you hearing from your clients? What's the biggest issue that maybe we can learn from? Is it anxiety? Is it just, I don't want to wear a mask?
I do think it's a combination of all those things. I mean, the reality is we are, 15, 16 months into maybe 17, I've lost track at this point, into this pandemic. We did an entire school year, and probably it is and will be the most stressful school year of our children's lives. And they've done it. They've built up that resiliency. We've talked about resiliency here. So they've built up that resiliency. It's best to stay focused on the information that we have. We already know kids do well when they do have to wear masks. Whenever possible, it is always best to have kids in school. It improves learning. It offers social connection, and it just helps them meet their developmental milestones around being connected to others and learning tasks. But there is some worrisome. The best thing to do is, as a parent or as a guardian, not take your fears and worries and put them onto your children.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Absolutely. What if my kid says, I'm going off to a new school. I want to meet some friends. How do I do it with a mask on? You can't even read, you can't get social cues with these masks.
So I do like to validate that it is harder. It is harder to read social cues without masks. It actually makes all of us be a little bit more kind of open and expressive. However, kids can do this, right? And they've worn masks better than we ever thought they would. Mm-hmm. So yes, I like to validate. Yes, it'll be a little bit harder. It'll be harder. However, you can do this. You got this. I get most concerned about the kids entering transitional grades, going into kindergarten or starting a new school or starting middle school, starting high school. Those are some of the more difficult times because often you have many kids coming together. But then you sort of take the frame. There's lots of kids that are just as anxious as you are. Mm-hmm. So there's ways to frame these things to help your kids not feel so isolated and to realize that we're all in this together.
Yeah. What if our child is too young to be vaccinated?
Yeah.
Parents are wondering, do I keep them home? Should I keep them remote? That's also a big risk of not being around kids, not learning social cues.
Right. So, we do know, I know the Delta variant is far more contagious. I'm not the, epidemiologist, but at the same time, we do know that kids tend to have milder cases. So I think whenever possible, get kids in school. If your school's offering in person, let them wear a mask. Schools have done a pretty good job with following the guidelines around distancing. Schools have made adjustments. So my preference developmentally is that kids need to be in school as much as possible. They need to be engaging in extracurricular activities or sports as much as possible. But at the end of the day, it comes down to you as a parent feeling most comfortable with the decisions that you're making for yourself and for your children.
All right, and quickly, can we go back to the my kid sleeps till 11:30 every day? When do we start? Now is the good time, right? I mean, we're coming up.
Now's a good time because it's going to take a couple weeks to adjust that schedule. And you know what? I'm not about drastic changes. Let's just switch it like a half hour a night, right? You know, half hour earlier to bed, a half hour earlier to get up in the morning, because otherwise the shock of getting up at the crack of dawn is going to be painful for your child and for yourselves.
Okay.
Now, a lot of parents are wondering, what about after school activities with COVID? Some are hoping, oh my gosh, I hope they have them. Others are like, should I even sign up?
I'm going to be hopeful here, and I'm going to just hope that we're going to be okay. We need our kids to do the things that make them feel good about themselves. I don't care if it's the chess club or or lacrosse or field hockey or golf or the Italian club, whatever it is that you're doing that makes you feel good about yourself and more connected to your school, and more connected to your community is what you should be doing. There are guidelines. We will follow the guidelines. All these programs need to follow the guidelines that are put out. And I understand the guidelines are changing. So that's the other kind of X factors, that the guidelines are changing. So as much as possible, get kids out, get them socially connected, get them in school, let them be kids. They are resilient. They will get through this. They've already been through the worst.
All right. Well, Dr. Saunders, I understand that you want to hear from our viewers. Do you have a question for Dr. Saunders about back to school or anything else? Email us at mail@betterct.com, and we will have her answer your questions next week. How exciting is this? This
The
is
doc
great.
is going to be in the house.
The doc is in the house.
I love to do it.
All right. Well, thank you for being with us. Happy Wednesday. Happy birthday.
Yeah, happy birthday.
Thank you.
That's great.
I hope you have some good cake in your future.
If not, we're going to bake you some.
Lots of good things.
We're going to make you some ice cream because still ahead, recipe of the week is here.
Tell Isabel to take good care of you. All right.
We're going to be making a delicious summer treat, Kara.
And legendary baseball player Frank Thomas, he's talking about tomorrow, Field of Dreams game and how he almost actually didn't play baseball.
That is back in 2. Stay with us.